What's up, people? It's your boy Carlos Blue Forte, and you're watching the Blue Forte television channel. You can get me on YouTube. God is my pups with a Z, number 10, that's in 10. Anyway, I'm here to review the game that will visit to Spurs on Saturday, and then I'll review the rest of the fixtures from match week 10s um, of the Premier League. Anyhow, uh, great victory for us. And I say great um, as we needed the 3 points. I did say before the game, I felt that if we lost to Tottenham, potentially our push for the title might have been over. With that being said, we have to keep this up. We have to keep winning, or at least at the worst, very worst, draw. But away from home to get a win like that was very good, especially after the win that we got over Wolves, which was very tight. That was electric, man. I was on the edge of my seat. This week, I wasn't worried at all. I think from the start of the match all the way through, I was just confident we were going to do stuff, and we did. Um, we got um, a goal from let me remember. It was Yao Pedro in the 34th minute. Um, Very good from Caicedo to win the ball back, drive into the box, and yeah, it was just a good assist there. Good all round performance from all the team. I was really happy with it. It wasn't an amazing performance, but it was. But we weren't cagey. We didn't look nervous. We looked strong, and I'm not being funny. We had them in the pocket, and that's not me overstating the game. I watched it, so did everybody else. I know two Chelsea fans that went there. Went to it's not even called White Hart Lane anymore, Tottenham Square Stadium, and went and saw it. And yeah, we done our thing, man. And I'm happy. There was a lot of hatred from other supporters because I played the game Sunday, and I played a tournament on Sunday, should I say? And yeah, in that tournament we won 3 games and we drew one. We played really well as well. Shout outs to the CEO of my team for being there, for actually coming down as well, and getting the goals and assists like he did on Sunday. So that was really good. So all round Sunday, I was happy. I was on high spirits anyway from Saturday, and then on Sunday it was lovely. But yeah, uh, Chelsea, man, we played a 4-2-3-1 formation. We went with Sanchez in goal. We played Gusto on at right back. Fofana was back. I'm going to say everybody played well. Gusto played really well, but Fofana played excellent. I like his presence back in the team. I didn't get nervous every time he was on the pitch. I think I'll be honest with you, the last injury he had was concussion, and it was precautionary. So to be quite honest, Wesley Fofana has been ready to come back into the team for the last 3 weeks, if you lot don't know that. But you have to take precautions when you get concussed. It does sideline you for 27 days. That's the rules of all English football. So I'm glad that we took all the necessary precautions. That gave him extra time to get in shape, to get fit, and yeah, he played. He played really well. His presence is definitely. He's. I wouldn't say he's the boss, but he's a boss in that dressing room, and he's definitely a boss on that pitch. So well done, Wesley Fofana, for coming back, coming through the game unscathed as well. And yeah, it's Fofana, right centre back. We had Chalobah at left centre back. He got yellow carded. He played well. He was very alert. He learned a lot from the game against Wolves. We didn't look cagey at the back. Um, and yeah, like we had Tottenham under control. Cucurella played excellent as he always does. Um, Against Wolves, he was very fine. Today he was more measured, more disciplined, and that was good to see. We had Reece James playing in defensive midfield on the right. He is obviously the captain. He's just looking better each week. He's enjoying his football, and yeah, man, I was really impressed with him. Caicedo as normal on left central midfield. Um, yeah, his like I said, his assist and just his presence as well. Definitely, I had this argument all of Sunday about who was better out of him and Declan Rice. And people saying, oh, they're two different players and all this bullshit. Listen, we're talking about complete central midfielders. The both of them, I say those way better, leaps and bounds above Declan Rice. Declan Rice is very technically gifted. He does have good technical ability. Um, I haven't seen it all the time. I know he's got quite a few, he's got a couple of goals and everything else, but I haven't seen this great techers that I know he has, that he possesses. With Caicedo, just a better all-round player. Um, Period. And he played really well against Tottenham. We had Pedro Neto on the right wing as part of the three. Fernandez was in the 10, and Garnacho played on the left wing, and we had Yao Pedro up front. Pedro Neto as well, a good performance from him. Um, I think the inconsistency could be, you know, that could be a thing of the past as well. Hopefully, he can sort of march on from here because he was really good against Nottingham Forest. And then when we played Sunderland, not so. And then today, sorry, not today, on Saturday, we played really well. Fernandez got yellow carded, but he had a really good game in the 10, and I like that. Um, Garnacho started on the left. He played he played okay. Me personally, I would have gone with Gittins. Gittins did come on for Garnacho in the second half, the 66th minute. But I would have started with Gittins. I would have given Gittins 70 minutes and then brought on Garnacho. I think Garnacho is better impacting off the bench. Again, I'm gonna reserve judgment from him. I don't want it to seem like I'm targeting him. He's not someone who I didn't really want him to come to the club. I believe like there were many other clubs that he could have gone. He could have gone to Aston Villa, somewhere like that. But I would say that Gittins for me is better on that left side. Esteval came on the 85th minute for Pedro Neto. Romeo Lavia came on the 76th minute. I forgot who he came on. He came on from Manchester. That was it. And then James swapped with Lavia around. And yeah, that was good to see out the game. And Tosin came on in the 89th minute for Wesley Fofana, which was really good. So all round, really good to have Fofana back. I don't even think people noticed the difference. I definitely noticed the difference in how we play. His presence on the pitch, he's quite commanding. And he's a boss, and we just all bossed it. We looked like a better team all round. I'm not gonna lie, Garnacho didn't really put a foot wrong. I can't really say he put a foot wrong. Um, he did his thing down the left. yeah, Pedro, it was good for him to get his goal. He played really well as well. But considering that's not the best Chelsea, that wasn't the best Chelsea, but it's the start of things to come. We did play away from home, so I do expect that. Um, Sometimes I feel we just have to go for it, and we did. Tottenham just, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to them. They had Vicario in goal, Horo on the right, Danzo and Van der Ven, centre back. They had Spence at left back, Bentancur left central midfield, Paulina on the right of central midfield, Kudus was on the right, Sarr was in the 10, and Bergval was on the left with Kolo Muani up front. Now, a lot of the criticism, a lot of the main criticism was for Xavi Simons, um, where uh, he came on for Bergval in the 7th minute. Bergval got injured, I think, and then he came off in the 73rd minute for Destiny Udogi. Um, yeah, Romero came on the 60th minute. Forgot who he come on for Danzo. Bentancur came off in the 60th minute as well for Richarlison. Brennan Johnson came on in the 73rd minute for, who did he come on for? Um, I think it was Mwane, wasn't it? Yeah. And sorry, did I say Destiny? Destiny came on for Poro. Yeah, that was right. Sorry, that's my mistake. Brendan Johnson and it was Wilson Odebert that came on as well. But I say Tottenham, man, the tactics, from my point, they played into our hands, trying to be more defensive, more bullish, more physical. But yeah, they played into our hands, man. They didn't look like the Tottenham I thought they were going to be. I was sort of worried that they would take it to us, and they didn't. We had them in the pocket, wrapped up in the spliff all game, all 90 minutes. So I was, I was really, really happy with that. Um, what can I say, man? There's not much else to say. It was a 1-0. Um, we just got to press on from here. Um, we got Wolves next week, 8 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. And yeah, we have to go from there. But it was the impact of us climbing up to 5th place is definitely sending, it sent a message out there. Definitely, we stopped Tottenham in their tracks. I think we move ahead of Tottenham as well. I'll check the table in a minute. But certainly, boy, that was a big win for us. That's a very, very important win. And that will kick off November. And hopefully, and I say hopefully, we go on to winning ways and we continue to win, and get clean sheets like that. It'll be, so good for Obama when he returns in December. So yeah, that's all I got to say on that, man. Tottenham really didn't bring anything to the table. And yeah, we move onwards and upwards up the table, and just upwards in life in general. So congratulations to us. The rest of the games on Saturday, Brighton and Hove Albion kicked off against Leeds United. Danny Welbeck and Gomez. Danny Welbeck scored in the 11th minute. Gomez scored in the 64th and 70th minute to beat Leeds United 3-0. And I got that as well. I predicted that. I think I got everything right this weekend except for one. Burnley played Arsenal at home. As I said that Arsenal would win that. They won that 2-0. Gyökeres and Declan Rice. But Gyökeres' goals, considering the money that Arsenal spent on Gyökeres and all these goals, not really impressed with that guy. Somebody was saying that Gyökeres was better than somebody. What was the other suggestion? Did somebody say Gyökeres was better than Drogba or something like that? So some stupidness, but there was a lot of crazy stuff I was hearing. It is a younger generation of Arsenal, Man United supporters as well. One Man United supporter suggested Bruno Fernandes is better than all, is better, was better, and will go on to be better than Eden Hazard. That had everybody pissing themselves laughing on the minibus um, this weekend. But it was funny when I heard that, and it was just based on stats. But I don't know what people think they see in football, but Fernandes is not as many goals as he scores, whatever. He's not even better than Cantona. You know what I mean? And I see Fernandes as a 10. Um, he gets in the right places at the right time. Um, he scores goals and that, but not to be compared to Eden Hazard, and definitely not to be compared to Cantona and many other players that I could think of from United that were definitely better than him. People have to remember that Cantona, when he came to Man United, he won them their first league trophy in 26 years. They had a 26-year wait until Cantona came. He won it the first time he came to Man United. And I think he went on to win 3 more or 4 more after that. So, there's no comparison. Um, that was funny. And the other one was, oh yeah, Drogba and Henry. Now, listen, it's a personal preference. Um, my argument was that I'm having Drogba in my team over Henry any day, and the reason being is 14 major trophies Drogba lifted. Henry only lifted 3. End of 11 finals, no, 12 cup finals I saw in different, Champions League to everything I saw Henry playing, even the World Cup final, and I never saw Henry score at all. So Drogba for me is a match winner, and will definitely go down in history. Um, so will Henry, but it would just be for the fact that Henry was a converted winger who had a lot of pace and all of that. But nah, if I had to choose between the two as a striker and a striker, I'm choosing Drogba all day. It's personal preference, but the facts are that Drogba's better. He won more. Um, didn't score as much as Henry, but he certainly won more major trophies than that. Crystal Palace played Brentford at home. Mateta scored in the 30th minute, and Collins scored an own goal for Brentford. Palace beat him 2-0. Yeah, I got that one. What that prediction was. Got Fulham right as well. Fulham beat Wolves 3-0. What's his name? Sessegnon scored in the 9th minute. Harry Wilson scored in the 62nd minute. Mascara scored an own goal in the 75th minute for Wolves. And I think it was Agbada got sent off in the 36th minute. He got a red card. But yeah, I got that. The one I got wrong is this one. It's Nottingham Forest versus Man United. I had predicted that United would kind of wipe the floor. I was thinking they'd really wipe the floor with Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are not the same Nottingham Forest they were last season. And they've had 3 managers in, I think, 1 season, or they've had 3 managers this season. But I can remember, they've had 3 managers this season already. It's their 3rd manager. So I don't know. That seems to be a team you need to be beating, even though it's away from home. You need to be winning them kind of games. But anyway, Casemiro scored in the 34th minute. Gibbs White in the 48th. Savona scored in the 50th minute, and Diallo spared their blushes in the 81st minute. You also could have got a goal after that, Diallo, to bring them 3-2 up. But boy, I don't know what's going on with United, but it ended up 2-2. The game after that, obviously, was Tottenham versus Chelsea, and we beat them, like I've said, 1-0. Yao Pedro scoring in the 34th minute. And the last game on Saturday was Liverpool versus Villa. Mohamed Salah scored in the first minute of extra time in the first half, and Gravenberch scored in the 58th minute. So, I got all those predictions right. Um, But then when it came to I got that. Now, when it came to Sunday, now this is also the other one I got wrong. I got West Ham and Newcastle wrong. I said that Newcastle win that, even though they're playing away from home. Murphy scored in the 4th minute for Newcastle. Paqueta scored in the 35th minute. Botman scored an own goal in the 5th minute of extra time in the first half. And Souček scored in the 7th minute of extra time in the second half to make it 3-1 for West Ham. Those were very, very vital points for West Ham. It'll seem like gold dust, but yeah, I don't know what happened to Newcastle. Who else was there on Sunday? Yeah, it was Man City. That was the other game I watched. They beat Bournemouth 3-1. Got that one right. Erling Haaland scored in the 17th minute. Adams scored for Bournemouth in the 25th minute. Haaland scored again in the 33rd minute, and in the second half, O'Reilly got a goal, got a lovely goal. He's a really good player, man. He scored in the 60th minute. And yeah, that rounded it up. And then yesterday, or should I say today, about 3 hours ago, Sunderland and Everton finished a draw. Sunderland were playing at home. Ndai scored in the 15th minute for Everton. And then Granit Xhaka scored in, I think it was the second half. He scored in the 46th minute to make it 1-1. And yeah, there's not much I can say. Everything was right except for me, except for the West Ham and the Man United games, but I got every single other prediction right. Yeah, the tables are starting to change and it's starting to shape up. 10 games have been played, match week 10, as you know. Yeah, it's just, I think the title race is definitely still on for other teams as well. Even though Arsenal won, it's not looking. I did say Arsenal would win it, but I do feel like at the beginning of the season from pre-season, but I do feel like I did say that if anybody's gonna push them, if we can win it, I'm still backing us to win. And we'll see, because one thing about Arsenal, they're doing really well now, but as we've known, as we've seen for the last 3 years, we've seen them bottle it, we've seen them choke, and we've seen them be injury laden. So I don't know what the excuse is going to be this year. I just feel like maybe January, February time, they bottle it again, if history is to repeat itself. Arsenal at top anyway on 25 points. Man City second on 19. Liverpool and Sunderland and Bournemouth share 18 points in third, fourth, and fifth place. Sixth place is Tottenham. Seventh place is Chelsea. Eighth place is United, and we're all on 17 points. That's going to be really interesting as well. Palace in ninth place on 16 points. Brighton and Villa share 15 points in 10th and 11th place. 12th place is Brentford on 13 points. I think you've got Newcastle and Everton on 12 points. Yeah, they had a 13th and 14th place. Fulham moved to 15th place. They're on actual equal points with Leeds United, who are in 16th place. They're both on 11 points. Burnley are on 10 points in 17th place. And like I said, that huge win for West Ham, even though they're 18th place, they're on 7 points now. Nottingham Forest on 6 and Wolves on 2. I don't know. I can't say even Wolves are down and out yet. You never know. But it's not looking good for Wolves, not looking good for Forest, and certainly um, West Ham. Who knows? Who knows, man? This could be the first time they're down, relegated in a long time. It's looking like a long season for West Ham. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's it. We move onwards and upwards. Next week it's match week 11, and yeah, let's look at the fixtures, man. We got, like I said, Chelsea. We are playing Wolves, and let's see who's let's see, Saturday, November 8th. Who's kicking off? It's Tottenham. It looks like Tottenham and United. Yeah, Tottenham and United. Yeah, Tottenham playing at home again against United, kicking off at 12:30. You got Everton and Fulham at 3 o'clock. West Ham and Burnley at 3 o'clock. Sunderland and Arsenal. That's kicking off at 5:30. Chelsea, of course, we're playing Wolves at 8 o'clock. That's going to be an interesting week. I'm not going to make any predictions yet. I'll drop that video probably on Friday. Sunday, it's Villa. No, Sunday I think there's 4 games at 2 o'clock. Villa are kicking off against Bournemouth, Brentford against Newcastle, Palace against Brighton and Hove Albion, Nottingham Forest against Leeds United. And the last game on Sunday will be Man City against Liverpool. That's on at 5:30, 4:30 actually on Sunday. So yeah, tune into those games. Very important games for Man City, for Liverpool. Um, I'd say Tottenham, United, and us, of course, against Wolves. I think we're at home, so it should be different. But like I said, I'll give my prediction closer to the time, either on Thursday or Friday. So yeah, that's it, man. Let me know what you think anyway. How did your weekend go for your team? Um, yeah, Chelsea supporters, let me know what you think it is and what you think we should do. We do need to improve the way we play, definitely. But we did not look cagey and nervous and everything like we did against Wolves in the cup. Hopefully, again against them in the Premier League, we're a lot more measured, calm, and we do our thing. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out.